Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing the mod for the Nitefinder. This is not actually my Nitefinder. It is one of my friends and he gave it to me for modding. So I actually really like the Nitefinder because first of all, it shoots well, it performs pretty well, and second of all, it's a very good first mod gun. Like if it's your first time modding, this is a great gun. So then in case it is your first time modding, I'm going to go in a lot more detail and depth than I usually go into my videos with the Nitefinder modification guide. So let's start. So first of all, you have to take out all the screws located on this side of the body. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 screws total on this side, and I will just take them out right now. Alright, now that we have taken out all the screws, we can get inside of the gun. To do this, you will essentially just pry it apart, except this one seems to be coming apart real easily. Oh, and sorry, one more thing. Before you can pry it apart, first of all, you need to take out this screw in the battery cover. So I'm going to do that real quick. There you go. And the batteries are in here. So I'll just take them out real quick for this modification. And you can simply open it by taking this apart. And this part has nothing on it. And this is the side that has all of your internals. The Nitefinder is a direct plunger gun. And you can take out these two things for now. They are the dart holders. And I will investigate a little bit further here and decide what I'm going to mod. In case you're a newbie, I'm going to introduce all the internals. And this is your basic direct plunger gun. So, first of all, there's the light, which is this big part. It may seem complicated, but it's just the light, so you can just leave it there. Now, here is your trigger. When you pull the trigger down, as you can see, it compresses the spring, which also moves the catch up. Now, when you pull this thing back, there's a small part inside of the plunger tube that will catch onto this little orange piece with the spring on it. This is called the catch. Now, the catch spring is so that when it's correctly in place, which is like this, not exactly like that, it will move up. When it moves up, this thing will slam forward and shoot the dart out with the air that is released. So, in order to get your plunger tube out, which is where all of our mods will take place, there are two screws, little black screws right here and here. So I'm just going to unscrew those real quick. And I think they're a little bit smaller than the normal screws, or not, maybe they're the same size. And it's really simple, you just use a phillips head screwdriver. As you can see, after you have done that, your entire plunger assembly will come out like this. Now, in more detail, sorry about that, this part is just a barreling thing, you can throw that away real quick. And then, this thing is your plunger tube. Now, as you can see, this is a spring. This spring rests over here, so when you pull it back, it compresses the spring, and using the spring power, it will shoot it forward. One of the common mods is a spring addition, in which you add a spring to this, just like the name suggests. And another common mod in Nerf blasters is the air restrictor mod. What this is basically there is an object in here restricting air from flowing all the way through. And so with this mod, we are going to remove it and make it a clear path all the way through. To do that, you either need a drill, and I'll figure out how to break this barreling. It seems like it's going to stay tight for now, so I'm not so sure about that part. But we're also going to upgrade the seal a little, which means we're probably going to put some type of thickness material or a Teflon tape or something right underneath the O-ring, which is this little black thing. So after I have done that, I will show you it after. We are back with the Nitefinder mod tutorial, and I just want to say for those, once again, those newbies, that this is what Teflon tape is. It's like a little plumbing tape. What you do is you peel a little piece off, then you cut it with normal scissors, and then once you get that piece, you fold it in half lengthwise, and then wrap it around this thing underneath the O-ring. As you can see, it's the white material. And then once you're done with that, you can just put the O-ring back on top of that. Eventually, sorry about that. One more thing. The spring, since I can't replace it, I figured might as well stretch it a little. And what that means is, first of all, you have to take out this little washer head screw up here. And you can just and that will pop off really easily. And then, as you can see, this is the Nitefinder spring. It's actually relatively powerful compared to the other gun springs. So what I'm going to do now is to stretch it a little. Just make it a little bit longer. Hopefully. And there's no big noticeable improvement, but there is probably a small improvement by maybe a centimeter or two. And what this does is it gives the spring more tension. So once you have done that, you can probably just put this thing back on. Once again, by screwing it on. And it stays on really easily. And once again, now the spring is just a little bit longer for more tension. For the air restrictor mod, I haven't been able to get this thing apart yet, but I will figure out some way to. I don't actually remember how I did it last time, but then I knew that I was successful with that thing. So I will figure out some way to do that, and I'll be back. Hey guys, so I have finished the main mod to the plunger tube. As you can see, there's now a hole like straight through essentially. Actually, this time when I modded the Nitefinder, it wasn't as successful as last time, because this Nitefinder is actually a little bit strange. Because on the last one, right off the bat, this piece right here just like fell off, and the air restrictor was inside of there. This time, however hard I tried to break the seal, it wouldn't work. So in the end, I ended up cracking the barrel, but then that was no big problem because I fixed that easily. But then the good part about that was it gave me access to the little orange piece down all the way in there. There's like a triangular orange piece. For your Nitefinder, I think it should just come apart and it's really obvious. But then what I just did was I drilled a few holes through that thing, through the small orange piece in the back of this thing. You can see there's still 3 little prongs that are holding it together. And last time I actually cut those things. This time I decided not to. So then, after drilling a hole through that, that also drilled through the actual air restrictor. And as you can see, there's now a hole all the way through. And before you do anything, you have to take out the dart post, which is this little orange, like cross little piece in there. And the way you do that is you take some pliers and just keep twisting that dart post until it gives. And then you can just pop that thing out. So, after doing the spring stretching and the O-ring mod, and since the plunger cracked, the way I fixed it was like I took some glue, like super glue or something like that, and then glued it together, waited for a few hours, and then, a few minutes, and then just put the Teflon tape over it for a better seal. And then I put some normal tape over it, and now it should have a pretty good seal. So I'm just going to put this all back together, and basically it's the exact opposite of how we took it out. So it should be a pretty simple thing. And then, yeah, I'll be back after I finish that. We finished the Nitefinder mod. Actually, this mod was very successful. I want to demonstrate one thing. First of all, it has a perfect seal. So, like, I can just take a streamline by example. First of all, it also fits the streamlines now since the dart post is now out. And it will shoot streamlines. Now, you can actually shoot the dart without even priming it, which is literally how good its seal is right now. So I can just do this, and the dart will launch out there. Now I'm going to shoot off a round of 6 different darts, and just to demonstrate that they all work. The streamline is getting around like 30 to 35 feet flat. This is a tagger. The tagger did a little bit worse. It's at like 25 to 30. This is a Busby dart. And that one actually shot really well. I think that probably went around 40 feet. Here's a suction, Nerf suction. And that one did not do that well. Here's a Whistler, which is the default dart. I think that one got around 30 feet flat. And here's a lead dart. Easily getting 45 with the lead dart. And I'm estimating probably around 50 feet per second with this velocity. So this was a relatively simple mod. It's good for beginners, and I really recommend you to do this with the Nitefinder. And thanks for watching.